The stars are getting sleepy. The moon is tucking in her clouds, and I've floated down from the sky. I'm Luna, a whisper from above, here to help you slow down, feel safe, and float into dreams. Are you ready for our bedtime spell? Luna, Luna, Luna loom, bring the dreams and calm the room. Perfect. The spell is cast, and the night is listening. Tonight's story is ready. So, take a breath, get snuggly, and let someone special take you the rest of the way.
The stars keep twinkling above, and down below the world is fast asleep. But in one quiet little village, a light still glows in a tower window. Outside your window, the world is hushed and still. The sky is painted in shades of navy and silver. The moon is rising like a sleepy smile. And just below it, in the tallest tower of a peaceful little village, you sit curled up on a soft velvet cushion. You're a cat, a very fluffy, very yawny sort of cat, with burnt orange fur like autumn leaves and snowy white paws that feel cool against the windowsill. You are not in a rush. You haven't rushed in for quite some time. Tonight, like every night, you are exactly where you love to be, nestled in your favorite spot, at the very top of the tower, just beneath a round brass telescope that points toward the stars. You like the stars. You've been watching them since sunset, blinking one by one into the sky like gentle sparkles from a lantern. Some shimmer, some twinkle. One even gave you a wink, or maybe you imagined that part. You stretch out a little paw and bat softly at a drifting speck of dust that glows in the moonlight. It twirls like a feather, then disappears into the air. You sigh a soft sigh. Something in your tummy feels floaty tonight, as if your dreams are just a little bit further away than usual. You yawn, quite elegantly of course, and blink again at the stars. Where do dreams come from? You whisper to no one in particular. And then, just as your whiskers begin to droop and your eyes start to close, something very peculiar happens. A cloud. But not just any cloud. This one is small, round, and softly glowing, as if the moon cuddled it. It floats just outside your window, hovering as gently as a sigh. Its edges curl like whipped cream, and it smells like the moment before a bedtime story begins. You blink again. The cloud bobs as if saying hello. Then it drifts a little closer, stopping just beside your window ledge. You tilt your head, curious. Is it waiting? The cloud twirls once, then dips slightly as if bowing, and though it makes no sound, you understand. It's inviting you for a ride. You glance back at your cushion, warm, familiar, safe. Then you glance at the cloud soft, glowing, maybe full of dreams. You stretch again, slowly, and your tail gives a sleepy flick. And then, quite without a plan, you step carefully onto the windowsill and boop! Your little paws land on the cloud as if it were made just for you. It's cool at first, then warm, like your favorite blanket just after a nap. It holds you up without any fuss, and the moment you lie down, it begins to float upward, as if it's been waiting all night for this moment. The tower slips below, your village glows like a pocket of starlight, and the sky, oh, the sky, wraps around you like a lullaby. You watch the rooftops grow smaller, the bakery where you once stole a buttered bun, the fountain where birds sing in the morning, even the hedgehog's garden with his collection of shiny rocks. They all become tiny, soft, and distant. And still you rise, up, up, through the cool night air, higher than you've ever been. The cloud doesn't rush, it floats like a bubble in a slow dance, swaying slightly side to side. You feel it hum beneath your paws. Not a song exactly, more like the kind of music dreams listen to before they begin. You look ahead and see that the stars are closer now. Some spin slowly. One is wearing what looks like a very tiny scarf. Another one waves, or maybe it's just twinkling again. Either way, you wave back, just in case. A few moments later, you notice something surprising. A string of little paper lanterns hanging between two clouds, glowing faintly like sleepy fireflies. As you drift past them, each one flickers gently, whispering a different word. Float, snuggle, drift, dream. You smile. The words curl around your ears like soft music. You can feel your body relax a little more with each one. The cloud gives a soft puff beneath you, almost like a sigh, and you curl your tail a little tighter around yourself. The moon is brighter now, and she looks so pleased to see you. Her light touches your fur like a soft hand tucking you in. Somewhere nearby, you hear a hoot, gentle, like a polite owl saying good night. You look around, but you can't see where it came from. Still, it makes your whiskers twitch. This is all so lovely and odd and calm. You close your eyes for a moment, just to rest them. The wind strokes your fur like a lullaby breeze, and the cloud rocks you gently, left, right, left, right, like the rhythm of a heart that's ready to nap. When you open your eyes again, the tower is gone. Only the stars remain, and a curious new glow ahead. Far off in the distance, you see something shimmering. A forest? But not just any forest. The trees look sleepy. Yes, sleepy trees. Their branches curl like yawns, their leaves dangle like dozing hammocks, and the whole place seems to hum with the feeling of someone tucking in for the night. The cloud gives a happy puff beneath you. That's where you're going next, to the forest that yawns, to the place where dreams hide, to the spot where your story continues. The sleepy cloud drifts lower now, and you feel the night air shift, cooler. tinged with the scent of lavender and something like warm milk. Below, the trees stretch tall and gentle, their branches swaying in slow motion as if waving you in with drowsy delight. You descend slowly, softly, into the yawning forest. As your cloud hovers just above the treetops, you notice that each leaf is unusually wide, like green velvet blankets, and the trunks are covered in a soft fuzz, not bark exactly, more like the fluff of a peach. Every tree seems to breathe in and out, like they're already deep in a nap. The cloud sighs once more and lowers you toward a mossy landing, a patch of glowing grass that shimmers faintly with soft blues and purples, as if moonlight is growing straight from the soil. You step off the cloud, your paws sinking into the moss, which feels exactly like stepping onto a giant marshmallow. "Hello?" you whisper gently, not to wake the forest too loudly. A small voice answers, "Well, hello yourself." You turn your head and see a tiny creature perched on a stone, half squirrel, half something else entirely. It has twinkly eyes, enormous ears like fallen petals, and a fuzzy scarf made of spiderweb threads. It smiles kindly. "First time in the yawning forest?" it asks. You nod. "I'm looking for dreams, I think," you say, tilting your head. The little creature blinks once, then twice, and nods thoughtfully. "Well, that's what most wanderers are seeking when they float in on a cloud. Lucky for you, you've arrived at just the right time. The dream nap is about to begin." You blink. "The dream nap?" "Oh, yes," the creature whispers. "It's the moment when every sleepy thing in the forest settles in for the night and shares their dreams with the air. You can smell them if you breathe slowly." You sniff the air once, twice. A swirl of scents fills your nose. Warm porridge, a soft hug, the sound of giggling puddles, the feeling of being wrapped in a towel after a bath. You close your eyes and sigh. You murmur, "I like it here." The creature giggles, then points a paw towards a nearby path. "Follow that trail. It's made of yawn stones. They only appear when someone is especially ready to rest." You glance down and see the path forming right beneath your paws, stones that glow with a sleepy silver shine, shaped like yawns caught in midair. You begin to walk, each step making the faintest hum, like the start of a lullaby. The forest wraps around you, not thickly, not scarily, but like a giant leafy duvet. As you pad along the path, fireflies blink around you in slow patterns, and little tufts of fog puff gently from hollow logs like the trees are breathing bedtime stories. You pass a nest where a family of birds snore softly, in harmony. You pass a mushroom village where teeny mice in nightcaps are sipping soup by candlelight. One raises a spoon and gives you a sleepy wave. You wave back, of course. Further along, you see a sign painted in glowing ink. "Welcome to the Pillow Tree," and indeed, ahead of you stands the most enormous tree you've ever seen. Its bark is the color of oatmeal, and its leaves resemble fluffed feathers. Hanging from its branches are thousands of gently swinging pillows? Yes, each one is different. Velvet, lace, patchwork, some shaped like moons, some like clouds, one that's just a perfect potato. You hear a giggle behind you. Turning around, you find a bear cub. She's wearing tiny spectacles and a knitted nightgown. In her paws is a clipboard made of folded leaves. "Would you like to borrow a pillow?" she asks, in a very professional whisper. You nod, suddenly feeling a yawn build deep in your chest. She points to a ladder woven from dream thread hanging from a low branch. "Climb up and choose, whichever one hums back when you touch it." So you do. You climb carefully, paws patting softly against the braided rungs. Higher and higher into the canopy of the great pillow tree. And there, nestled among the branches, you see it. A pillow shaped like a soft blue moon, stitched with tiny silver stars. You reach out and brush it gently with your paw, and it hums. A gentle, sleepy sound that fills your chest with calm. You tuck it under one arm and float gently down, like a feather on the breeze. Back on the mossy path, the bear cub nods approvingly. A fine choice. You squeeze the moon pillow. It smells like warm milk and gentle rain. Then, as if called, the cloud returns. It's waiting at the edge of the clearing, low and inviting. You thank the bear cub with a soft purr, then step back onto your floating cloud. With the moon pillow tucked beneath your chin, the cloud begins to rise again, lifting you away from the gentle forest. Up, up through the quiet leaves, past the drowsy branches, into the sky of blinking stars. But something is different now. You're not just floating, you're drifting somewhere deeper. Somewhere where dreams are not only imagined, but made. The wind hums a melody, the stars shimmer more softly. Your cloud turns slightly, angling toward a twinkling hill of clouds in the distance, where something strange and wonderful is glowing at the peak. The moon pillow hums again, as if to say, "We're getting close." And so you drift onward toward the land of stitched dreams and sleepy surprises. You drift now, carried high across the quiet sky, and the moonlight cloud hums beneath you like a warm lullaby. The air is so still, so soft, like a whisper against your cheeks. Far below, the world is wrapped in nighttime blue. But ahead, oh look ahead, there's something new. A forest, but not just any forest. This one yawns. Yes, really. As you float closer, you see the trees stretch. One tall willow lifts its leafy arms with a long sigh, and its branches droop like tired eyelids. A row of maple trees wiggle their roots like cozy toes under blankets. Even the pine trees have curled themselves into spirals, like sleepy kittens with needles for fur. This is the yawning forest, and every tree here is just about to fall asleep. You pass gently over a field of mossy hills, where tiny pine cones hum soft songs to themselves. One of them waves at you with a sleepy hello before curling back into its spiky shell. A gust of warm night air carries your cloud lower, brushing treetops. A breeze of whispered shh floats up from the branches, like the whole forest is trying not to wake the stars. Above you, the sky changes. Not darker, just deeper. Like warm tea turning into hot chocolate. And look, can you see it? The whispering stars are coming out now. They twinkle with a silvery hush, and each one has a voice like soft wind chimes. One star spins slowly in place, telling a tiny joke that only other stars can hear. Another glows brighter for a moment, then flickers with laughter. You reach out, just once, and your finger brushes one. It giggles. You're ticklish, you whisper. The star wiggles, then winks at you. Then, from behind a drifting cloud, something new appears. It's not a planet, not a balloon. It's a sleepy moon goose. She flaps gently, her wings made of folded lullabies and soft pillow feathers. She's flying beside you now, and her eyes are already half closed. Are you going to the bridge? She asks, her voice a feathered hush. You nod. Good, she says, tucking her head beneath one wing. Follow the yawns. They'll take you where you need to go. You and your moonlight cloud drift on. Below, the trees are snoring now. Gentle, leafy snores. You see a waterfall, but instead of water, it spills glowberries, tiny glowing orbs that bounce off mossy rocks and roll into tiny nests of fireflies. Then, suddenly, the forest thins. Your cloud slows. The stars blink slower. And up ahead, just past a sleepy squirrel, snoozing in a hammock made from cobweb silk and flower petals, you see it. A long, glowing bridge made of blankets. It stretches from one hill to another, shimmering in soft colors. Lavender, peach, sky blue, and warm oat milk cream. Each blanket square is stitched with gentle dreams. A teddy bear napping, a fish blowing sleepy bubbles, a moon playing peekaboo behind clouds. Your moonlight cloud drifts gently toward it. But just before you land, a sound bubbles up from below, a giggle. You look down. There, climbing the side of the hill toward the bridge, is a turtle. But not just any turtle. This one wears a tiny pajama cap with a pom-pom and carries a mug of warm stardust milk balanced on his shell. Wait for me, he chuckles, waddling faster. I love blanket bridges. You giggle too, and wait. The turtle finally reaches the top and sighs with happiness. Whew! These hills get steeper every nap. You offer him a space on your cloud, but he shakes his head. No thanks, he says. Blanket bridges are for walking, very slowly, very sleepily. Come along. And so, with the moonlight cloud floating beside you, you and the turtle begin to cross the glowing bridge. Every step makes the blankets hum. A soft tune rises with each paw print, a lullaby stitched into the fabric of the night. The turtle hums along. You feel your body growing heavier, not in a bad way, in a cozy way, like someone just tucked a warm blanket around your shoulders and kissed the top of your head. The sky above you glows with sleepy pinks and nightlight gold. The stars are whispering even softer now. And far ahead at the end of the blanket bridge, you see something glowing, a door made of moonlight and dreams. But it's still a little far away. The turtle stops walking and turns to you. He blinks slowly. Only the sleepiest travelers reach the door, he says. But don't worry, you're doing just fine. Then he offers you the last sip of his stardust milk. Here, one more yawn, and the next part begins. You take the tiniest sip, and sure enough, you yawn. A big, slow, happy yawn. The kind that makes your arms go floppy and your legs feel like marshmallow pudding. The turtle smiles, and you both walk the last few steps across the bridge, side by side, into the softest night you've ever known. The moonlight cloud hovers patiently beside the bridge as you and the turtle reach the glowing door. It doesn't have a handle or a knob or even a keyhole, just a soft shimmer and a gentle curve, like it's waiting for you to be ready, not opened. You place your palm on it, warmth, then a quiet whoosh, like a hush wrapped in feathers. The door opens slowly inward, revealing a sky that isn't quite a sky at all. It's a dream world made of lullabies, floating islands of plush moss, rivers of warm chamomile tea, drifting hammocks that sway between stars. The turtle blinks. "This is where I leave you," he whispers, adjusting his pajama cap. "Will I see you again?" you ask. "Oh, absolutely," he smiles, "but only when you're very sleepy." He tucks himself into a miniature quilt on the bridge and is snoring within seconds. You step through the door, and now you are floating again, not flying exactly, more like drifting, the way a paper boat might float across a lake of honey. The world carries you, cradles you, as if the air itself wants you to rest. You pass a cloud that's knitting a scarf from moonbeams. You float by a cuddle pillar, a long, fuzzy creature with a dozen tiny arms, all hugging its own tail while it snoozes midair. You whisper hello. It smiles in its sleep. Ahead, a tiny floating island begins to come into view. It's shaped like a teacup turned upside down, with a little lantern tree growing out of the top. The tree's lanterns are made of glowing dandelion fluff, gently swinging with every sigh of wind. As you approach, you hear humming, soft, slow, content humming. You land without even feeling it, just a feather touch on grass. And there she is, an owl in a velvet shawl, sitting beside a low table, stirring a cup of midnight tea with a crystal spoon. She nods to you, eyes calm and half closed. You made it. Her voice is warm like a blanket just out of the dryer. You sit beside her. She pours you tea. It smells like memories, like clean sheets, bedtime songs, and the way your eyelids feel when someone rubs your back. "This is the resting place of forgotten Snuggles," she explains, sipping slowly. "Most children pass through here once or twice." You glance around. Nestled under leaf pillows are stuffed animals, bears, rabbits, dragons, even a kangaroo in a knitted bonnet, all sleeping peacefully. Sometimes, the owl says, when a snuggle is forgotten, left behind, or grown out of, it comes here to rest, but only until it's needed again. You hold your cup with both hands. The tea feels like a lullaby from the inside. I think they're waiting for you, the owl adds softly. You look again. One of the stuffies stirs, then another. Then, out from the pile, a floppy-eared, familiar face. It's your old bedtime bunny. You haven't seen it in forever, but there it is, blinking up at you, arms stretched for a cuddle. You wrap it in your arms. It smells faintly of chamomile and old stories. You whisper, "I missed you." It says nothing, but it doesn't have to, because now snuggling your old bunny, sipping dream tea under a lantern tree, you feel something important. Home. Not the place, the feeling. The owl closes her eyes. When you're ready, she says, there's one more place to visit. You nod. Somehow you know what she means. A breeze carries you upward again. The bunny is tucked against your chest. The teacup fades from your hands, already emptied. You pass through a soft mist of yawns. Yes, yawns. They swirl around you like sleepy bubbles. And then there it is. A nest the size of a hill, woven from lullabies, clouds, storybooks, and yesterday's giggles. It floats in the sky, rocking slowly. In the middle of the nest is a glowing spot, just your size. You land there gently. The bunny snuggles closer. Your fingers curl. Your toes wiggle once, then go still. The stars above swirl like sleepy dancers, spinning slower and slower. And then, as the whole sky tucks itself in, a soft voice echoes all around. Close your eyes now, dreamer dear. The night is calm, the stars are near. You've wandered far through story skies. Now let your heart begin to rise. Your breath slows, so does the nest. You are wrapped in everything soft, everything warm, everything safe. The nest gently sways beneath you, rocking slower and slower, as if even the stars don't want to wake you. But just as your eyes begin to close, something tugs at the edge of your dream. A sound, maybe, or a shimmer. You open your eyes slightly. Floating near your nest is a tiny firefly in a velvet hat. Its glow pulses like a soft heartbeat, gold, then pale pink, then blue like early morning skies. It hovers near your ear. Before you sleep, the firefly says gently, you have one more dream to visit. You blink, but I thought this was the dream. The firefly chuckles. This is the dream before the dream, the cozy path that gets you there. Then it spins slowly, leaving behind a trail of glowing sparkles in the shape of a spiral. You float after it, bunny still snuggled against your chest. The nest, so kind and cradling, gives you one last rock and gently lets you go. The sparkles form a pathway, curling softly like a ribbon in the air. You follow. And now you're floating toward the quietest part of the sky, a place so still, so peaceful, even the moon whispers here. Below you is a blanket meadow, soft hills stitched together from patchwork quilts and fluffy fleece. You land like a leaf falling on a pillow. There, nestled in the center of the blanket meadow, is a door made of light. It hums gently. At the top of the door, in tiny silver script, are the words, "The dream beyond the dream." The firefly nods toward it, but it only opens, they say, when you're ready. You don't knock, you don't push, you just let go. You sit for a moment in the hush of the meadow. There's no hurry. You hear a faint wind humming a lullaby through the grass. You feel your breath moving slow and even. You feel the soft weight of the bunny. You remember the turtle's smile, the owl's velvet voice, the teacup, the sleepy cloud, the bridge made of blankets. You feel ready. You exhale, and the door of light opens, just like that. No sound, just stillness. Inside is nothing and everything. A swirl of twinkling dreams, floating teddy bears, soft giggles, faraway lullabies, stardust that remembers your name. You step forward. You are not scared. You are not surprised. You are simply tired, safe, held. Inside, you drift through memories of dreams not yet dreamed. And now, dear dreamer, everything is still. Your toes are quiet, your fingers are soft, your eyes are closed, or just about to be. Outside, the night keeps watch. The moon is gently rocking the sky. The stars are yawning. Even the clouds have tucked themselves into beds made of mist and whispers. The sleepy turtle is snoring softly on his bridge. The owl has put away her teacup. The bunny snores with a tiny smile. And the firefly? He's curling up in his own velvet hat, glowing faintly in the dark. There is nothing else to do now. No more places to float. No more doors to open. Just you, your soft, slow breath, and the feeling of being wrapped in the warmest, sleepiest hug you've ever known. You are safe here. You are loved here. You are exactly where you need to be. Let your body get heavy. Let your dreams come quietly. Whatever you dream, castles in the clouds, teddy bears on trains, lullabies that ride shooting stars, they will wait for you. And when you wake, they'll still be glowing inside your heart. But for now, no more stories, no more whispers, just rest. Close your eyes, sleep deep, and let the night carry you home.